The exclusive interview in Washington, D.C., where CNBC TV 18's Malvika Jain also quizzed the finance minister on the government's divestment agenda and if they're confident of meeting their 20,500 crore target. Listen in.
Our disinvestment target this year is far higher, and I think the way the buybacks are taking place and the disinvestments are taking place, we probably will achieve a much higher disinvestment figure than ever in history.
You find the market to be conducive for disinvestment at this point in time?
The Sensex is already 28 to 29,000. It's
and you expect that to continue?
And it's only in certain metal stocks that the difficulties are there.
And what is the status of the Sutti stakes sale?
Well, that's an option which we have, and we'll exercise the option if it's necessary.
Only as a last resort?
I'm not using any phrases. That's an possible option that the government has.
And also there's one area there isn't much clarity on is the issue of the non-performing assets. All the banks have identified their NPAs, but now...
the banks have identified the NPAs.
But nothing has been done about it.
No. Laws have been changed by the government and parliament. Policies have been changed by the RBI, even to transfer managements, to transfer ownerships. We have all the systems in place. We've identified the sectors also. We've taken steps to rectify the health of those sectors also. I think the last stage remains that a few test cases, there will have to be transfer of ownership, even if it's a compulsive transfer of ownership, for which you need a buyer standing in front of you.
Right.
I think that's the challenge before the banks at the moment. And I'm sure some cases will happen that way.
And how will you aid smaller businesses? Because when you're talking about non-performing assets, there are...
Well, to aid smaller businesses, the banks must have enough money to support growth and support businesses. Now, if monies are blocked in non-performing assets...
But some smaller businesses are also getting impacted by the new NPA guidelines, even though it might all...
You see, there is no question of aiding. As far as, after all, these are not monies to be distributed for free. After all, if there is an NPA, every effort has to be made to make it a performing asset, and the government must recover the banks must recover their monies.
All right, more on the news that's flashing on your screen.